Natsume has not been getting enough sleep these past 2 days. He still cannot believe that his first love, the girl he met at the botanical garden as a kid, turned out to be Dion. He considers texting Himari about it, but she keeps leaving him on red. Even at school, she only greets him from a distance. He wants to know what happened to her on Saturday, why she left early, but she's acting like nothing happened. Actually, she even tells him to stay back. He starts wondering if he might have offended her somehow, but she insists it's nothing. She just feels like keeping a distance of about 3 meters from him. Just then, Dion greets him too, but doesn't say anything more until he responds. Then she asks what's going on with Himari. When he explains the situation, Dion approaches Himari and tells her she got cookies, which draws Himari out just as Dion planned. Himari complains that Dion is always so forceful, but Dion says Himari is the one causing trouble for others. Himari counters that she only ever causes trouble for Natsume. Then Dion turns back to Natsume and says she has cookies for him too. She adds that this is the only thing she's good at and says she will see him after school. After she leaves, Himari starts teasing him. She points out that Dion even calls him by his name and asks if he's madly in love with her. Was she in the way by any chance? Maybe she should read the room and leave them alone after school. But Natsume insists that he and Dion are not dating. Himari is surprised. Why not? Dion already confessed that she was the girl at the botanical garden, his first love. That's when he realizes Himari had been eavesdropping on them. No wonder she left without saying anything. Was she trying to be considerate? She has been acting weird every time he mentions Dion, and she even tried to have a kiss experience with him. Those words make her act shy, which causes Natsume to wonder, what's with that reaction? Why are her ears turning red too? She says it's because he said something weird, but he only repeated what she said. Still, she insists it's weird to her. Anyway, he clarifies that there's nothing going on between him and Dion. She was his first love, but that doesn't mean the feelings are mutual. Himari just hands him a juice and tells him to drink it and cool down. As she walks away, he cannot stop thinking about the expression she made. He thought she looked kinda cute. Later, he's working on some accessories. He explains that flowers wither due to certain components in the pigment, so you extract them using an ethanol solution. When you do that, the pigment comes off with them, and the flowers turn white. Then you recolor them. It might seem like double the work, but if you skip this step, the flowers will just wither when turned into accessories. Throughout the process, Himari won't stop bothering him, so he asks Rion to take care of her, and she does. Natsume explains that Himari usually plays pranks on him, which makes everything take longer. Himari uses the chance to tease him. She says he even flirted with her when they were alone, despite her teasing. If Leon were not there, could they try the pretend kiss again? Natsume cannot believe what he's hearing, so they start arguing. Rion, stunned, excuses herself and leaves the room. But Himari isn't done yet. She saves the most provocative part for last. With a suggestive tone, she asks if he wants to do it. Rion probably thinks they have already done it, so wouldn't it be better if they actually did? After all, they're making love accessories. Why shouldn't he experience it with her? Natsume cannot help but think she's really cute and leans in to kiss her. But of course, it was another prank. Himari snaps a photo of him just as he tries to kiss her. He kind of expected it, but tells her that, regardless of what she does to him, she must not play tricks on Leon. Then, to herself, Himari mutters that she gave him a green light. That idiot should have just done it. The next day, the flowers are ready. Natsume wants to use them to decide the direction of the accessory and the photo shoot. He starts taking pictures of Leon, but something feels off. They don't quite click. They all look too Himari-ish. Then he wonders what really defines Leon. What makes her different from Himari? He cannot figure it out, so Himari decides to take matters into her own hands. She whispers something to Leon, and when Leon turns around, her eyes are wide open, as if clinging to something deeply emotional. Natsume really likes that look. That's what he was searching for. But then Leon asks if he and Himari are... Before she can finish, Himari jumps in and says it was just a joke. Leon is way too gullible. Who knows what Himari told her? On the way home, Natsume tells Himari he's going to use a red tulip for Leon's accessory. It symbolizes a love confession. Then, out of the blue, Himari asks him to make one for her too, for when she falls in love someday. For a moment, he hesitates. A part of him wants to keep her for himself, but that's not how one should feel about their best friend, right? So he tells her that's not happening. She's his best friend after all. When she's alone, Himari realizes she just got rejected. It was supposed to be a joke, but deep down, she wishes he had said the accessory wouldn't suit her, like he always does. Natsume isn't trying to cross the line, even though she doesn't think of him as just a friend anymore. She saw that expression of love in his eyes. She wishes she could see it up close, if only it were meant for her. But the friendship they built stands in her way. She knew she had to tear that down to move forward. Yet in the end, she chose the best friend route as a way to escape. That's why she lost. Now she has to do her best not to lose more, to stay by his side, even if just as his friend, she will just have to hold back. A while later, they hold a showcase party for their new accessory, though technically it's just a 4-person party. Natsume's only male friend is also invited, and he immediately asks Natsume to show him his latest creation. Natsume explains that he turned the tulip into a hairpin while it was in full bloom. Then, as he and Leon start to get into a romantic mood, Himari jumps in and begins taking pictures of the accessory. Seeing that, Natsume's friend suggests he should just go ahead and put the accessory on Leon himself while they're at it. Leon agrees, and Himari has no choice but to go along with the idea too. So Natsume places the hairpin on Leon as the other two keep teasing them. Later, Natsume's friend continues helping him out and asks about his next step. Bluntly, he suggests Natsume make Rion his exclusive model. They seem like a perfect match. Natsume admits that Rion is pretty, so he doesn't mind. Rion also says she's fine with it, so Natsume concludes he cannot say no then. But Himari quickly objects. She says he cannot do that. She doesn't think it would be good for Rion. If she becomes a model and gets popular, people might roast her. Natsume's friend counters, saying Himari knows Rion isn't that fragile. Is she threatened by Rion taking her place or something? Why is she panicking? Himari insists she's not. She says she's just doing this for Rion. Then she turns to Natsume, asking for his support in the argument. But he says he actually likes the idea. Wasn't she the one who said changing the model could be refreshing? Plus, she's been acting strangely lately. She keeps bringing up love with him. If she doesn't understand romance, she doesn't need to force herself to express it. It's starting to bother him when she does that. He apologizes, but says he cannot take her side this time. That's when Himari starts digging through her bag, looking for something to cool herself down. But when she cannot find anything, she declares that she cannot cool off. Then pours water over Natsume's head, leaving everyone in shock. After that, she says she and Natsume should end their friendship. She's really going to end it, right here.